This right here must be the easiest 3 marks ever on GCSE mathematics. If we're simplifying an algebraic fraction, if we've got pluses and minuses, our first step is to factorise. So looking at the top, we should recognise this as the difference of two squares. As I have a squared term, must be subtract, which it is, another squared term, and obviously 16 is a square number, which is 4 squared. So opening our double brackets, here what times by itself gives us x squared? We know it's going to be x and x. One is a plus and one is a minus. And we know 16 is 4 squared, so plus 4 and minus 4. Factorising the bottom, as I have 3 terms, a quadratic in terms of x. Therefore, it's going to factorise into double brackets. As it starts 2x squared, the only way to get 2x squared as 2 is prime is one bracket to start with 2x and the other bracket to start with x. As we're asked to simplify, and both the top and the bottom are in brackets, we know at least one pair must cancel. We're looking at the bottom, this bracket starts with 2x, whereas neither of the top brackets start with 2x. So it can't be this bracket's going to cancel, hence it must be this one. So therefore in this bracket here, it's either going to be plus 4 or minus 4. We know it's going to start with a 4 though. As we know, these two numbers must multiply to give us a number term, in this case negative 12. Well, as that's 4, I know this number has to start with 3. And as this is negative 12, I know one has to be positive and one has to be negative. As we know, these two numbers must still add to give us the number in front of the single letter of x, in this case negative 5. It's quite easy to spot that in this case it's the negative with the 4 and the positive with the 3. As 2x times negative 4, that will give us negative 8x. And our middle term is positive 3 times x, that will give us plus 3x. And I know negative 8x and 3x will simplify to give us negative 5x. Finally, cancelling out common factors on both the top and the bottom. Therefore, my final answer is x plus 4 over 2x plus 3. Make v the subject of the formula. Well, locating the letter v, I've got it here on the top and the bottom. As I've got it in more than one place, this is the more challenging question. We know the opposite divide, we never like dividing. The opposite divide by v, therefore, is to multiply up the other side by v. So v times w, if the letters are different, let's go next to each other in alphabetical order, so that's vw. On the right-hand side, as I've got a single bracket, I'm going to expand it. Whatever's directly outside, I multiply each term directly inside. So 15 times t will give us 15t, and 15 times negative 2v will give us negative 30v. As I want to make v the subject, and I currently have v's on both sides, as I've got positive vw here on the left, and I've got negative 30v on the right, it makes more sense to get the v's to be positive. So I'm going to negative 30v across the left. If it goes across an equal sign, it changes sign. So the opposite of minus 30v is technically we're adding 30v to both sides. On the left-hand side, I now have vw plus the 30v that's come across. And on the right-hand side, I know negative 30v, add 30v will cancel. Hence, I'm just left with 15t. Now, on the left-hand side, as I've got v in two places, I can't add them as they're not like terms. So therefore, I'm going to factorise out the letter 1. I'm going to factorise the letter v. So factorising out v, as I've got two terms, and it's going to factorise into single brackets. What do I add times v to get back to vw? Well, I'm missing w. What do I add times v to get back to 30v? I'm missing plus 30. And on the right-hand side, I've still got 15t. As I want to make v the subject, I know the opposite of multiply by w plus 30 is to divide both sides of my equation by w plus 30. On the left-hand side, I know w plus 30 over w plus 30 will cancel. Hence, on the left-hand side, I'm just left with positive v. And that's equal to, on the right-hand side, I've got 15t over w plus 30.